Hello and welcome to HRL TRS Season 6, and we're going to be doing something a little bit different for this season of TRS. So this will be the side series for the summer. We had World of Outlaw, of course, beforehand, the spring, and now we're doing this TRS multi-game series here in the summer. So this track, probably recognize pretty quickly if you watch any of the older races. River Rapids Classic. Yeah, definitely one of the most iconic tracks that we do in TRS. One of the most memorable ones. Raced it many times and many great races here. Pretty simple layout. There's the gate over there. Come rip down here, loop around that, jump across, loop around here, back to the finish. Really simple, but that's totally fine with TRS, and I think simple's generally better, so works out pretty well for this one. So yeah, this series, it's a 30 race long series, and we're going to be going to every game that we race on throughout the entire season. So there will be Halo 4, obviously, as we're on right now, Halo 2 Anniversary, Halo Reach, and even Halo 3 and Halo 5 as well. We'll go back and get some of those tracks in on H5 and, you know, experiment with it, see if it works better as the side series. I think it probably will. And of course, with Halo 3, testing out that as well. We've never done anything with Halo 3, so that'll be interesting. See how that works. So anyways, let's get into it. Okay, just had to make sure. Turkey looks, I swear he looks brighter than he did during the races, but that is Turkey. So we got the starting grid here for River Rapids. I go from this order. It's Luke, Opix, Armada. I hope I'm right on these. Real Deal, Detail, Vulcan, and Turkey. Pretty sure I'm right. And the laps for this race are going to be, or is 40. So we're doing 40 laps, one moto. The Sticky Det is down. Shout out to the Sticky Det. Miss that equipment. See who gets a good jump off the gate here. You can hear it. It's about to go. And we're off. Green flag. Oh, and already that was Luke and Armada with a pretty big crash there, getting some nice elevation on that one. Definitely a lot of these TRS tracks pretty rough on the gate. You got to be careful. We do have another driver going down here already as well. No collisions, obviously, early in the race, but oh, and I think I'm just going to mention this because I'm pretty sure. I think I got Real Deal and Vulcan mixed up. So right there, that like blue and orange, that's Real Deal. And that purple, I think, yep, is Vulcan. So my bad on that. Got them mixed up on the gate, but I figured it out before it got kind of trolly. Looks like Detail is going to be the one to the early lead, and Vulcan in second, while we have a big pack here behind them. And we could, as early as lap 2 that we're on, see the collisions come into play, and we will. Vulcan gets cleaned out there. And yeah, he's going to have to get that thing turned around. He loses quite a few spots off that. It looks like Detail makes a mistake in the Joker line there. I guess it better be better to call it. We used to call it the Joker line, but makes more sense as the alternate line, since it's no limited amount of times you can take that line. It's just if you want to take it, you can take it. So if you remember Mount Packer, if you remember the red line in Mount Packer, it's similar to that. If you want to take it, you can take it. And Detail gets collected there. A little bit of contact. Vulcan gets involved as well. I don't think Vulcan initiated it, but this is gonna spice up the battle for the lead. It's going to be Real Deal taking the lead, Detail in second now, and Turkey actually lurking behind in third. Got to be careful for Vulcan. Not going to make any contact just yet. Oh, and Real Deal messes up that line, and everybody follows him in. Turkey gets slowed up quite a bit as well, and I think Armada actually shoots to the podium there for just a second. He makes big gains because he did not take that alt line that time around, and that actually worked out really well for him because of the cheese. But right there, Real Deal... Oh, he messes up the jump afterwards and sends Armada up the track and outside of the track. Really unfortunate for Armada there, but yeah, some more big collisions coming into play. And yeah, the River Rapids collisions, pretty impactful. Now, especially early on in the race, it seems like they happen quite often, but what I notice is that as the race goes on, it starts to die down a bit, and that's a big one right there. Detail in the lead. Big impact on that one. It looked like Armada involved as well. But yeah, Detail definitely was kind of checked out at that point, but ended up losing a lot of time right there on that collision. Hard racing right there in the mid-pack as well. Those guys getting into the barriers and losing a bit of time. But with that big collision, Detail's going to lose a bit of that lead and gets collected again. But that time wasn't too bad. He actually got through it pretty clean. So still going to hold on to that lead. It's Turkey right now trying to track him down in second. Looks like Real Deal's back into that podium spot. Oh, so close on the collisions there. But they get through clean that time by. And it looks like Detail will be totally fine this time. But the rest of the pack, that's a little bit questionable. And yeah, Turkey will go down. A nice crossover afterwards, though, on Vulcan there to get that spot back. And Vulcan makes the contact. Another really hard collision for Detail. But he does split the D on Armada and Opix recovering. So that's pretty nice. But going to be in the podium spot now. It's actually Real Deal shooting to the lead. But Detail forcing the issue. I think Real Deal had a rough run on that alternate line. And yeah, we have a straight battle for the lead, side by side. And it looks like Detail will take it, but more contact. But this time, the other driver is the one that really gets hurt. It's Armada going down on that one. And taking some hard contact there. Wow, Real Deal all out of shape there. Loses a ton of time on the exit of that alt line. He's definitely having a hard time dialing it in early on in this race. And it's Luke and Turkey making some gains there, but Turkey maybe getting forced into the inside of that rock there and is going to lose out some time on that. It's going to be Detail and Luke 1-2, and I'm honestly not sure if Vulcan's third or not. I don't think he is. I low-key think he might be a lap down already. Big collision there. Opix getting the worst of that one. More collision potential over here, and it looks like they're all clean. Nothing to worry about that time. But yeah, this pack is definitely getting back together. But meanwhile, Detail's actually opened up a pretty big lead. He's got that gap again throughout all the cheese. Somehow able to open up that gap yet again. Not opening up the gap yet again. That would be up to Justin Baker. Looks like we're going to have a collision here for him, though, this time around. And that one was pretty bad, but it could have been worse. I think some of his other crashes were worse, so he's going to lose some time. Wow, nice move out of Armada there on the exit, making that forceful move on Vulcan there. Oh, that was really close there. And it looks like Turkey and Real Deal. Wow, close with Detail again. But yeah, it looks like Luke is like solidly in second place, Detail solidly in first place. Right now, it's a pretty good podium battle between Real Deal and Turkey. So we're going to keep our eyes on this one. And they also look like they're, potentially pretty close with some collision there. It's actually Luke and Vulcan close in the collision that time. Vulcan gets the worst of that one. And yeah, he's going to definitely lose some time on that. Look at Turkey absolutely sending it off that jump. Not settling for anything. Vulcan gets collected there, I think, with Luke again. Not what he was looking for sure. And look at Turkey. He is actually really aggressive on Real Deal right now. He's going for every inch of room that he sees open. And he's actually going to make that run to the inside work in Turkey. I'm pretty impressed right now, not going to lie, until he absolutely biffs the alternate line. Turkey, you had one job. You had one job. He was honestly doing a really good job battling with Real Deal and fighting for that spot. And then as soon as he makes the pass, just absolutely makes an unforced error there. Big collision there. That's Luke dismounting and Opix getting involved as well. Armada and Turkey, aggressively come into the end of that and get involved themselves as well. Lose a bit of time there. Not gonna lie, this race is already getting pretty confusing with the lappers, and that's the thing with River Rapids. This is a pretty short track, and with all the collisions, we will for sure have drivers, going laps down, and that'll get a little confusing throughout the race. So I'll try to, do some updates on that. Nice side-by-side right there. It's actually Detail putting Vulcan another lap down there, I think. But still good side-by-side action. I think even more side-by-side action. That's Real Deal and Opix there. And I think that might be some more lapped cheese, potentially, with them. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it might be. Good battling, though, regardless. This might be close there. Not quite. So it looks like it's going to settle out for a little bit. But you can definitely tell some of these collisions are pretty close to happening, and a little slight contact for Turkey right there, but nothing too bad for him that time around. Oh, it's that Vulcan again, having more issues, and that's Detail getting the best of that one. Armada not getting the best of that one. Armada's had a few run-ins with other drivers where he just gets the short end of the stick, and definitely feel for him here. It's not been his best TRS run so far. Oh, little contact there. Armada again getting the short end of the stick. That was him and Real Deal. Looks like Vulcan having some issues yet again. Looks like Luke having some issues there. Or is that Armada still? Oh, that's actually Armada still. Having some issues on the exit of that alt line. I think Detail just made a bit of a mistake too. Yeah, a lot of cheese going down. A lot of cheese going down. And this is one of my favorite things about River Rapids too. You could just sit up here and just have a perfect angle. You don't even need to move it. I probably will, but you don't even need to move it if you want to. Like, we could just sit here. Wow, that was a cheesy one. Opix and Vulcan with the side-by-side battle into that collision. Look at this, Armada and Detail. Whoa! Detail tried to make the crossover happen to put Armada a lap down, and just the timing just wasn't there. And he ends up getting cheesed out of that one. But yeah, I think he still has a pretty healthy lead at this point. But then again, with these collisions, you never know. And that's one of my favorite things about River Rapids, and we've seen that in every race that we've done here, is that these races are never over. It's very common. I think Luke and Turkey getting involved there in that one. It's very common that these races are just not over until it's over. And it's very often that we see like some late race moves happen for like podium spots and stuff like that. This might be kind of cheesy. That wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. But yeah, that's pretty common. So as you can see here, obviously Detail, pretty big lead. It's actually Real Deal now, worked his way into second, and Luke has a pretty nice gap for podium. Oh, that's another big one. And look at this. This is bringing Real Deal back into this, and it looks like it's Turkey solidly in fourth, and then Opix, Armada, and Vulcan are all a lap down. Armada has the edge on them. But let's take a look at this lead battle. Watch this for a bit. It's Real Deal and Detail going at it. You know, Detail, I'm not sure if he did any Halo 4 TRS races. Not going to lie. I'd have to go back and look. But Real Deal did participate in a few, so he has some past experience, and I'm sure he's probably, if not, you know, having raced it, he's probably at least seen this track before. And, you know, definitely going to be a contender in this series, I think. I think there's quite a few drivers. That's the thing with TRSs, with how unpredictable it is. I think everybody's going to have good weeks and bad weeks, and we could definitely see, you know, some variety in the moto wins and the overalls and stuff like that. And I think there's quite a few drivers that could potentially compete for this one for sure. You know, so that'll definitely keep things interesting. But again, this is a 40-lap race, and we're getting pretty close to 10 to go here. So, you know, pretty close to 3/4 of the way through this one, and Real Deal's trying to track down Detail here. He's very close, and this might make things interesting. Real Deal not looking for that collision there with Armada. That was really close for Detail there on that one too. And Slaunch, look at this. Slaunch joins the lobby without an invite. Absolutely comes out of nowhere to put some laps down on the track and get his start in for the race. Big collision there for Armada and Vulcan, but this is actually, I'm not even like completely memeing, this is actually pretty big for Slaunch, you know, in case he misses races later in the season, the Mulligans situation gets weird, you know, getting this start in here, getting these laps down. Unfortunate that he missed River Rapids, definitely a track that he'd like to make, but we will be seeing River Rapids 2 later in the season, so you'll have that opportunity there. But this is actually a big moment for him, again, you know, depending on how his attendance works out for the rest of the season. These points definitely could be relevant for, you know, whichever position he's battling for in the points. You know, speaking of people not missing out, by the way, so Slaunch showing up late here. We're looking for Sector. I think Sector will be making a return here in this series, hopefully making some more races. Not what Detail wanted there. Look at Real Deal. He dodges that collision with Luke. He's not that far behind, and this race looks like it's about to get spicy for the lead with only 6 laps to go. Real Deal just dodging Luke just barely yet again. And Slaunch, I think, working his way off to the side there. He gets a few laps down, doesn't want to cheese anyone too hard, knows that the race is going on, and I think he just wants to, you know, get that start and park, get those points down. So smart decision there, and definitely worth it for the warm-up too. You know, get some racing warm-up for when we get into the races for the rest of the night. So definitely clutch there too. 5 laps to go. Real Deal still trying to track him down. Detail and Vulcan again. They're just connected like magnets. And look at this, the side-by-side battle. This might be the moment of the race for Real Deal, and it is. It looks like it's going to be at the moment. 4 to go. Oh, that was really close for both of them. Can Detail track him down? He's been leading the entire race practically But in the end here, these collisions not working out in his favor. But now, again, can he track him down? Can he get the pace? Or will he get the help? No, he will not. Another big collision. And look at how much time that costed him. This is tragic for Detail at this point. Losing tons of time here. And he's going to need a lot of collisions. Definitely at least 2, I would say. Or at least like 1 big one for him to track down Real Deal from this point in time. Yeah, definitely not how he wanted this race to end. And it's pretty separated for the podium. Details here for second. Real Deal's over there for first. Luke's all the way over there for third. And I believe that is still the podium. Look at this. Like, Turkey's even, like, down a lap now. It's really cheesy with the laps. But let's go on board with Real Deal. He's going to be coming to the white flag here. And if he can keep it clean, he will be taking this opener for our TRS Season 6. White flag, 1 to go. And he does have the lapper in front of him, too, so that could make things interesting if Armada bottles something here. But right here, it's actually Armada that gets collected. And right here, I would say we're probably good. Yeah, look at that. Nobody's coming. This is going to be good for him for sure. Real Deal right there, taking the first moto win of TRS Season 6. Detail going to come across the line second in this one. And we'll have to wait for some of the other drivers. Luke's going to take the podium there. And I think Turkey's still got to go around another lap. So it looks like we got, we'll zoom it out because it looks like the laps got all cheesed for these drivers. Like plenty of drivers that are down a lap or two. So, but it looks like Turkey definitely has the edge. Although he was quite far off of the podium battle, he will securely take that 4th place. So another solid points finish for Turkey. Regularly running these Sunday races. I guess he's the Sunday driver now. We'll take that 4th place, and it looks like we're going to be looking at Armada right there, taking his first top 5 of the season there, too. And it looks like Opix will have the edge here over Vulcan. And yes, he will, so he will take 6th here. And we're going to wait a sec on Vulcan, who will be taking 7th for this one. Obviously, Slaunch with the start and park will be credited for 8th. I like the pull across the line there, too. So, yeah. So Slaunch, the exciting thing is he'll be here for the rest of the races. Unfortunate that he was able to miss this one. But again, the podium, Real Deal, Detail, and Luke. Congrats to Real Deal on that first moto win of the season. Try to carry that momentum for the rest of this event into the next race at Helvin. I'll see you guys there.